The International Day of Peace is observed around the world on the 21st of September. The United Nations Assembly declared this as a day devoted to strengthening the ideals of peace through observing 24 hours of non-violence. This year, 2023, Zimbabwe National Council for the Welfare of Children, in partnership with the Zimbabwe Youth SDGs, joined the world in commemorating World Peace Day at Friendship High School in Heathcliff, Harare Metropolitan Province. The commemorations were held under the theme Actions for Peace, Our Ambition for the #Global Goals.
Tiri pano pa Friendship High School in Heathcliff. Tiri ku amplify the essence of peace and education kuti ti achieve sustainable development goals. Domestically, we have Vision 2030. Zimbabwe yatoda kurarama muna 2030 inenge iri peaceful, inenge ine budiriro inoenda mberi, tinenge takurarama in an upper middle class society. Zvose izvi pasi kana tikaita violence and all its forms, physical, psychological type of violence, mental instability inobva mu sexual abuse nezvimwe zvakadaro, hatikwanisi kuwana Zimbabwe yatinorarama mairi. Saka taungana kuti tisimbisa vana vechikoro kuti kana pane zvavanosangana nazvo, let them reach out to the relevant partners vabatsirikane, so that we have a peaceful society, we can achieve the sustainable development goals.
So let me just talk about a bit of the background of this day. So this day was established just to encourage countries to stop fighting each other, to encourage people to coexist peacefully as nations with each other, to resolve conflicts in a non-violent way. So this day has been chosen just to raise awareness among children and youth to coexist in a peaceful manner, in a peaceful environment, to build positive behaviors among children and youth here in Heathcliff.
The theme is a call to action that recognizes our individual and collective responsibility to foster peace. Fostering peace contributes to the realization of the Sustainable Development Goals.
Today we are commemorating the World Day of Peace, which is under the theme Actions for Peace, Our Ambitions for the Global Goals.
Muswara nasi to celebrate World Peace Day. Uri muswa 21 September 2023. Uyu zvaitirwa kuti tidzidzise vanhu kuti tinokwanisa kumaintaina peace sei. So peace, when we say peace, we refers to the act of staying humble, kuva murunyararo. And chii chinokonzeresa kuti pasave nepeace, kuva neviolence. Iyo violence yacho inokonzereswa nekusawirirana pakati pevanhu. Zvingave due munhu atora madrugs oro vanhu vashaya zvekuita. Izvo ndizvo zvataunganira kuti tigokwanisa kuti tichizviavoid.
Zuva ranhasi tanga tiri kuita commemoration ye-International Day of Peace, vamwe vanoti World Peace Day. Zuva ranhasi tanga tichicommemorata nyaya dzerunyararo, asi takanangana nevana tichitarisa zvinhu zvakafanana violence inoitwa against vana. Tiri kutaura sezvinhu zvakaita sema-child marriages, tiri kutaura sezvinhu zvakaita sema-GBV inoitika even mukati memhuri, mukati memafamilies. Saka tiri kunyanyotarisa kuti zvinhu zvakaita seizvozvo zvinoaffecta sei vana. Saka tanga tichikurukura tichipa ma-commitments nema-pledge ekuti tibatsiridze munharaunda dzedu kuti muve nema-safe environment, safe communities that are responsive pakubatsiridzira kuti pave nerunyararo or peace kuvana.
The event, to commemorate International Day of Peace, targeted children in and out of school, junior parliamentarians and councillors, child and youth-led groups. The ZNCWC gathered the community with the aim of training people on peace building. The meeting was a strategic move to ensure proactive communities that champion peace building, as well as ensure initiatives that address violence and abuse against children, as well as heighten awareness on the interlinkages between peace and the development goals.
ya tingangoti ma forms of violence tingangoti ese zvawari kutobatika pane ma sexual violence mune ma emotional, physical, political tingangoti ese ari kubatika muno mu Heathcliff extension.
So today we are commemorating the International Day of Peace here in Heathcliff. As we all know, 21st of September has been set aside as a day to commemorate peace around the world. So we are here in Heathcliff at Friendship High School commemorating this day together with government line ministries, other interested CSO partners and the media.
So today we are having the World Peace Conference Day in commemoration of world peace. So today various organizations such as the ZNCWC, the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Arts and Recreation, various honorables have gathered here today so that we can empower and as well as educate members of the community so as to the importance of peace in our society today.
Exposure to violence, whether directly or as a bystander, can have far-reaching negative consequences for children, such as smoking, misuse of alcohol and drugs, as well as engaging in high-risk sexual behavior.
There's violence against children as well as gender-based abuse amongst our young people. They end up being perpetrators of violence, or they can become victims of violence because of drugs and substance abuse.
Violence, there is, well, when it's now violence, we now tend to look at it as abuse. We find that there is physical abuse occurring, emotional, psychological, and other various forms of abuse that are now occurring. So now the problem is that when there's physical violence, we tend to find domestic violence occurring within various homes. We tend to find that children are being bullied within school physically. Mwana anogona tongoya oroera kunzine or maybe another person dipe lunch yako. So in the end, that's when we have physical violence occurring. Emotional violence or emotional abuse happens maybe when various people just say negative things to another person, and so on and so on.
Kati ma violence anogona kuitika ma communities when there is the absence of peace. Ndewa yasewa ndataura yekuti anoitika yekuti tiri kuti peace yatiri kutaura nezvayo tiri kutarisa rugare mukati menharaunda. So tiri kuti kune ma violations or ma violence inoitika yakafanana newe ma gender based violence. Tiri kutarisa kuti gender based violence inoitwa mukati memhuri kana kuti within families can actually be counter transferred kumwana. Tinoona kuti even mwana pa socialization yake anogona kutokura atuone a culture of violence inogona kutosopesera yatomu affectawo yotozongoramba ichingopasiwa ichingoendeswa even to the next generation, which can be a challenge for organization as well vanoshanda, because you will end up pakunyanya kushanda ma resources kuda kunogadzirisa nyaya idzodzo.
Bullying is also rampant in schools. As such, being bullied can seriously affect a person's physical, emotional, academic, and social well-being, and one may also suffer lack of confidence. They may also have high rate of anxiety, depression, and suffer from other mental health problems and suicide.
So when we talk of children, we normally see bullying. Bullying is the most common abuse or violence that happen among children themselves. We also have sexual exploitation. We also have harassment. You'll be shocked to see that these kids, they harass each other as peers. So we see bullying, sexual exploitation and harassment among peers as well.
Kuti mwana kana achibhulwa kuchikoro anogona kutoti vabereki vachibhadhara school fees but kuchikoro asiri kusvika achitohwanda achitadza kuudza kana maticha kana vabereki. Kumbowo kwacho ikoko kuburikidza nemwana kubhulwa kwaanenge achiita kunopedzisira kwatoitawo futi yatoti GBV, gender based violence, kuburikidza nemwana iyeye. Kudzimba kana kune violence munogona kuona kana kuti mwana aine chipo kana chebhora chinotanga kudzikira. Umwe anogona kuchikoro munogona kuona kuchikoro kwekuyo akuita low performance kana kuti anga ane confidence, anenge ane low self esteem, munhu kana kuti anotya.
The communities that children grow up in can have a profound effect on the adults they become. Exposure to community violence is one of the most detrimental experiences children can have, impacting how they think, feel, and act.
When we look at children, we see emotional trauma and stress. We also see kids not wanting to go to school because they will be bullied there, so they will not be interested to go to school. And we also see changes in behavior and attitude when kids are abused, especially when they abuse themselves. So we normally see change of behaviors. Most of them, they also resort to drug and substance abuse because they will be abused and they have no one to talk to on these issues.
If there is no peace, we see physical as well as the emotional impact. We see injuries or even deaths that can occur when people are violent, and also the mental health aspects. We see depression, suicides. These are some of the effects, as well as breaking up of marriages, breaking up of the home, which may even result in children ending up on the streets. So we are seeing so many of these impacts. That's why we have come together as ZNCWC as well as our stakeholders to end this problem.
Mirishonga nokonzeresa kuti mwana ave ne-low self esteem. Izvi zvinoita kuti anenge akungozvidzikisira pose paari, akusazviona semunhu. Chimwe chinhu chinokonzeresa violence, lack of employment.
If there is no peace, we tend to have violence. For example, students may tend to fight, bullying might occur. We tend to find harassment. As for example, as young girls are walking, they might be harassed within the streets. And for the children, most of the times, they tend to be bullied. They are forced into peer pressure because there is no peace. There is no way for them to just be themselves. They are now being entrapped in a place where they are forced to express their aggressive sides.
The community in Heathcliff is using performing arts to address violence at community level with the aim of fostering peace in the area. Solidarity messages, music, as well as performing arts were part of the main attractions during the Peace Day commemorations at Friendship High School.
Inini se-artist ne-group randoshanda naro tiri kushandisawo arts kudisseminata information, kufambisa information yekupedza mhirizhonga tichipromota peace yacho iyoyo. Tinongoshandisa tinoacta, since acting iri one of the most tool yekuti vanhu vateerere information, saka tinoparidzira vanhu tichishandisa acting.
So we have arts and theatre, we have drama, we have music. Children and young people from Heathcliff community, they are raising awareness among themselves through drama, through music. They are condoning violent acts that can actually stimulate violent behaviors like taking drugs. They are condoning it themselves. So it's actually a good thing if we see peers encouraging each other to coexist peacefully. As people, as community, we need to continuously raise awareness among children and young people to resort to non-violent ways of resolving conflicts, especially among themselves. They should find a third person if they can't agree on themselves.
Efforts being made at community level have been critical in ensuring peace at a community level. Awareness campaigns have been significant in making sure everyone has access to information.
This requires a multi-sectoral approach. That is why here at ZNCWC and the commemorations that are being done here, we have joined hands with stakeholders from various ministries, the Ministry of Youth itself, Ministry of Women Affairs. We are also here with Home Affairs, the victim-friendly unit. We are here with the Ministry of Education. We are all joining together with other CSOs that are part of the child protection, as well as those who are providing gender violence prevention services, so that we come together and help one another to build awareness, to strengthen our communities so that they know that where to report cases of violence, how to prevent violence in their communities, so that we can end this scourge.
I believe that we now need to come together and encourage this word called peace in various groups. For example, we need to bring upon various organizations so that they assist us in maintaining the peace. We have to give out and do awareness campaigns so that we can assist the various groups, maybe small children. We start from primary schools, preschools, going towards high schools, educating people the need for peace within the community, as well as reaching out to even older people, the elderly within the community, so that we may be able to assist and help them to understand the importance of this.
Various initiatives at community level are yielding positive results, and government interventions have also helped in ensuring peace at grassroots level.
Shanduko iripo zvakaomarara, shanduko iripo tikutoona yakakura nekuti kuburikidza nemamwe mabazi ehurumende tiri kusapotwa kuti tiparidze information yacho iyo, saka shanduko tiri kuiona, asi pachine basa tichiri kuda more support kuHeathcliff extension kuti vanhu vese vazive.
So tiri panapa, we also want to appreciate the government of Zimbabwe, because we have organizations like ZNCWC, tinayo panapa. We have got also representatives from other departments atinawo. Saka tinongotenda the government, because in order to uphold world peace or Zimbabwean peace, tino people like vanema disabilities, tinawo panapa, they are representing to show kuti we are moving a step further. Tiri kuwirirana uye tiri kuuphold vamwe vanhu in our country to uphold world peace as well as Zimbabwean peace.
Pane mamwe mapledges anyanyotaurwa pano, panga pachibuda nyaya yekuti pane vana vatingati ma-survivors nevamwe vari ma-victims of drug abuse vanga vachipiwa ma-commitments ekuti isusu tiri kukomita kusiya ma-drugs nekuda kwekuti takaona kuti takanga tikanganisa even mukati menharaunda pakuzowo vanhu vaizoita zvinhu zvakaita seviolence mumacommunities mavo vachiita even kunyangwe macrimes akangosiyana-siyana. So ndo zvimwe zvezvinhu zvapiwa. Then paitwa zvakare ma-commitments ekubashanda pamwe chete as ma-organizations munharaunda matiri, kungobatsiridzirawo nekuamplifya ma-voices against ma-violations ose angange achiitwa, zvikuru sei takanangana nevana, vanasikana, sema-child marriages, sema-issues of unreported cases anengitika muma-communities edu.
The commemorations on World Peace Day were an opportunity for partners to update each other on what they're doing to ensure achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals as it related to peace initiatives. One critical facet of this alignment is promoting anti-drug abuse. Substance abuse often catalyzes violence, hampering peace-building efforts. By countering drug abuse through innovation means learners can be empowered to promote peace and drive forward the Sustainable Development Goals.
In order for us to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, these goals were set by the UN in order to achieve human, social, and economic development. So the only way that these SDGs can be achieved is in a culture of peace. If we are peaceful in our homes, our schools, and in the society, in the community as a whole, this is how these 17 goals that were set by the UN can be achieved.
We cannot achieve the sustainable development goals if we do not have peace, justice and strong institutions. Muupenyu hwedu muno muZimbabwe haukwanisi kushanda zvinoita budiriro inoenda mberi pamba penyu, kuchikoro kwenyu, kubasa kwenyu kana mukati meupenyu hwako musina peace.